Yo yo.
Hello, welcome back. Playing games Highlander series for October. Don't look at the calendar. It's October.
Yes.
More importantly though, this one bit of a combination event. It's a charity stream, charity brawl. Nath Basser has organised this, so we're raising a bunch of money for Minus 18, which is a really fantastic charity that supports young queer people and their mental health, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
really great. Bunch of money being raised. We've got 52 players here today.
Yeah.
So we're going to play 6 rounds of Magic.
Yeah, 6 whole rounds. 52 players is a lot.
It is. It's big.
That's a big number. So, and also, sort of added context for this event. This is like our last one of these before an upcoming event. The Winter Lotus. So they, which I believe is friendly with.
Yeah. So there's a couple of big events coming up. Around. So some players out here we expect are testing their decks with a couple of weeks to go before that.
So important time for them.
Yep. Format's really interesting. So hopefully some powerful Magic coming up. 6 rounds, 3 rounds of top 8. Up first, we got JD Hawke up the top, playing an Orzhov pile. We've had some conflicting deck names suggested to us.
JD, I believe, told us to call it Jeskai Jokes. We're not going to call it that because it's not a Jeskai deck.
Yeah, it sure isn't.
I think or either that or JD told us to call it like Pokemon cards or something. I can't remember. Basically, we're going to ignore JD.
Yeah, we've been overruled by Trent, who told us to call it Orzhov not good cards.
Yeah, so basically this is a 4-color deck, and the way it plays out, it is always missing a color or two. And what we'll call the deck is whatever colors are presented. So if it's only Jund lands being presented, we'll call it Jund.
It's going to be like Naya game 1 and then like Jund game 2. And there's no sideboarding there. It's just getting mana screwed.
And Kieran, I think, is also playing...
Kieran's on Mardu, generally.
Mardu. So there's a lot of black-white X decks floating around at the moment.
No blue cards.
No blue cards. A lot of people...
We're saving the Grixis for later.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we'll see them. They'll be here.
Now, there's 2 schools of thought in Melbourne Magic. One is playing just a blue deck no matter what. Like a blue mid-range deck.
I thought you were going to say the 2 schools are play Grixis or play a bad deck.
That's sort of where I'm getting at. But anyway, so school 1 is to play a blue deck. Right now it's Grixis. Yep. That's like the sort of general deck. For a while, we were famous for our Grixis decks here in Melbourne, and other places played blue decks, but different, or they would avoid blue decks. And the other school of thought is, well, this is what happens when random Canberra people have influence, and they play black-white decks or red-white decks, and then slowly start splashing additional colors. And eventually they'll see that the one color they're not splashing is the most important one. I'm from the first school, the play blue decks no matter what. And as we see, JD set us off with a Wooded Foothills, so no turn 1 3-drop. And a tap land for Kieran. But basically, there's the 2 schools of thought, blue decks and yuck, blue, yuck. Those are the 2 schools. And then there are some people, they don't have a school, they have like a TAFE, and they're playing like robots. Eldrazi.
Okay, yeah.
That's blue decks are like the fancy, really annoying private school. The not blue decks are like the public school. And then TAFE is the colorless decks.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, sure.
And this is totally different to other states in Australia.
Absolutely. No one else is.
Yeah. Ain't nobody doing it like we're doing it. Except for most other people.
Yeah.
Grixis is
popular. And there's the Storm players as well. We'll see them later.
We have Storm. They're from a secret... They're homeschooled.
They're homeschooled.
Yeah. Their social skills are a little questionable. They're, have a harder time making friends. But goddamn it, their special interest, they know that.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see that later because we can't usually keep Richard off coverage on account
Yeah.
of we have to show the finals match.
Yeah.
So he'll be on eventually.
Yeah, it's time we get the secret out. We loathe Richard, and we can't stand to see him on coverage. But unfortunately for us, he keeps winning, and we have to.
Yeah.
We have to put him on
We
the
actually
camera.
don't have a choice if he keeps winning. So
We love all our players here at Plenty of Games. This is all in jest.
so JD has now found some fast mana, notably only Mardu coloured lands in play.
Yep, so we're calling it Mardu.
And
Although it could be any colour. And we're casting a
fourth
Hellingers. Back to Mardu.
That's a pretty good card.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's a strong one.
It's also really good against your opponent's Kieran's board right now of like one untapped land.
Yeah, when your opponent has just played 2 tap lands and that's all they've done all game.
Is that 3 tokens or 2?
Yeah.
JD should only have 2 tokens.
Well, there you go, 2.
2. There we go. Figured
There were
it
only
out.
ever 2. I don't know what you're talking about, Alec.
And we've got the Monarch trigger happening on end step. Fourth Hailing is really cool. Really cool art and you get to appreciate it for like half a second before it ends the game. I mean, look at that. That's so dynamic.
We do need to apologise though. We're not pronouncing the card name correctly. It's Fourth Aerlingus.
Fourth Hailing!
You really have to pronounce the exclamation mark.
For death and glory?
For de-
No, I'm thinking for Rohan. Yeah, very. So yeah, JD, safe to say, very much ahead.
Yep.
And Kieran has a bunch of cards in hand, and realistically, it's only 2/2/2s. 2/2/2s. And
2/2/2s.
we're going to see what Kieran can do here.
It's worth noting Kieran is generally on 8-point Mardu.
That's a
against the
dark
shotguns.
Schwarze Ritus, a dark ritual.
That's definitely...
And we're seeing a fourth Hailingus of his own. Fourth Hailingus!
And that'll be a 4th for 3.
I'm
Kieran
thinking this will be for Rohan.
I can't believe Kieran has a giant stack of tokens there and doesn't have any 4th tokens.
Oh, we're sharing tokens over
The
here.
power of friendship.
What
Excellent.
a schmozzle.
Good sportsman.
So do we attack with just the one?
Just one of them.
That's the one. I'll take the monarchy back, please. And do we have a monarch token? No, we got a piece of paper that we're going to stick over there.
I'm disappointed we don't have an actual crown.
Yeah, that would be cool. We'd have to cut to a wide shot.
I was going to say, we wouldn't see it on
answers.
coverage. Maybe we do. Maybe they do have a crown. We just can't see it.
That will tell Trent. Do we have anywhere in the budget for an additional camera for a wide shot? So we can see, and this is the second purchase, a big old crown. I don't want some plastic crown. I want the real thing, damn it.
Well, I hear some jewels recently went missing from the Louvre.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know anything about that, do we?
Tune back in next month when...
Well, where were you at the time of the...
look.
Oh, you got an alibi? That's suspicious.
You will...
Who said anything about jewels being stolen?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Broadside Bombardiers coming down for JD.
It's got menace, so...
Yep. So we'll be able to retake the monarchy if they'd like.
And actually can just, like, kill a token and then... So, eliminating Kieran's option to block. As we see the Broadside Bombardier come on in there. Broadside Bombardier has a lot of value. It's a 3-mana 2/2 that does so much more than be 3 mana and a 2/2.
Yeah, that card does a lot of different things.
Yeah. You would think it would be a very simple card, but it does so much. And Kieran's turn now can attack with both and potentially get back the monarchy. Both players with a lot of cards in hand. The crown trading places left and right, or top and bottom, depending on the orientation of how you're watching this stream.
I just want to say for an Orzhov deck, as JD tried to tell us, there's a lot of red permanents in play.
Yeah. So
far we've seen a Boros card and a mono red card.
Yeah, so it's Boros energy.
This one, oh boy.
Around some cards. We might be venturing into the dungeon.
Everybody's favorite mechanic. So attack
we
there,
trade off.
And we're going to see maybe a White Plume Adventurer, that looks like.
Kieran opting to play a tap land. So far, all of no, all but one of Kieran's lands have entered tapped. The one untapped land was a Sacred Foundry, as we surveil here, and he's sort of feeling it.
With Johnny going to be the play instead.
A Yanni, and using up entirely all of his mana as we thumb through again another 1,000,000 tokens.
It's a foil cat token.
Yeah, if he had a fail push, he might have wanted to do it now. While he had Revolt, as it stands, I don't know. But he can't exactly. I believe there's the White Plume Adventurer in hand. He can't necessarily put that into play. Venture into the dungeon and then could very quickly lose it to the Broadside Bombardier. Something else played. All of a sudden, he loses the White Plume Adventurer and the Menace creature attacks on through.
Yep. Bombardier is very hard to block. Between the Menace and the ability to potentially shoot down a blocker before it can block.
Yep.
Very powerful.
As we play a Witch Meadow
Witch Enchanter.
We're going to do everything. We're going to do everything except for just take it out of the sleeve. I don't know why we've grabbed another sleeve. We're putting the sleeve away. Oh, it's broken sleeve. That's good. That's wise. That's smart. As we go down to 10, and here comes Deadpool trading card. Going to trade some cards.
Trade with a Johnny.
Yeah, a 5/3 Ajani is pretty good. It won't transform.
You know, last night I played one of the Multi Fight Nights, right? One of our regular Modo 7-pot Highlander tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
You know the best thing about those tournaments? Deadpool doesn't exist on Magic Online. Don't have to deal with this card.
Do they play? Is there anything special they play instead?
Probably a little bit more Pyrogoyf gets played.
But they already play Pyrogoyf.
Some decks do. It depends. You get to throw another 4-drop in your deck.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see
Broadside
Bombardiers come in. That Deadpool also makes a cat token because it's Sanjani.
Lining up a double block, triple block might be wiser, although this way he just throws the...
The Bombardiers can fling this cat token if we like.
And now Broadside Bombardier trades with Ajani?
Probably with the cat token. Probably leave the Ajani around since it's going to bolt Kieran on his upkeep. Since it's swapped with the Deadpool.
Yes, it's no longer a cat. It's no longer Ajani. So...
this will also... I have no idea. I don't think the Deadpool can flip.
It can't.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so because it doesn't have a backside to flip into.
Does
I'm
not.
pretty sure it doesn't copy that. So yeah, we're just going to end up with Deadpool facing down Ajani. Kieran will take 3 in his upkeep.
It's Deadpool now cannot flip, but every time a cat dies, he gets that annoying trigger popping up.
Yeah, exactly.
And he has to crap, I got to click this. And he has to say no every time. They have to say no every time, as JD owns a traded card. Kieran's like, please block. Thank you. Now what does Kieran do? Plays a land, an untapped land. Goes down to 8. So Kieran's life total is very much a concern here. So we're going to fetch an island or a swamp. Electing to pick a swamp.
It's a nice swamp.
Snow-covered swamp. It's a pretty snow-covered swamp.
And really needs to find something to pull back from. But the Deadpool, at least, I suppose, at this point, it's just a 5/3.
Yeah.
Him to Turok. Going to take a couple of JD's cards. The hand's still pretty stocked. Looks like 4 cards there.
Yeah.
So you're going to take half the hand. Pretty nice. 5 cards.
5 cards. Both players have so many cards in hand. Oh, dog down. And a swords to...
Some good cards to get out of the hand.
Playing a 3-drop now. White Plume Adventurer. And now venture into the dungeon. Got to grab that swamp. Didn't swamp cycle the Troll of Khazad-dûm end of turn last turn. Could just cast it next.
We might just see the 6/5 next turn.
Yeah. Had the option too. Probably just changed his mind and went, no, I don't think I will cast
Now,
it.
Kieran will be really hoping.
Oh.
Oh, that's quite bad.
That's quite bad.
I was going to say, Kieran really hoping to hold on to this white plume to be able to hold on to the initiative.
Yeah.
Instead, Australia's going to come down. The monarchy will stay with JD.
Yeah.
And also, now the initiative also with JD.
Yeah. As we pick up another token from the most enormous box of tokens. And we're going to put it there for some reason, so it's close.
I don't know what that token is. This a handwritten dungeon?
It is a handwritten dungeon. And I think that White Plume Adventurer should add an extra point to your deck if you don't have the actual token. Okay, good. We have the actual initiative. So that's
but
right.
they're double-sided. So, Kieran, we've decided that it's more important to have a physical initiative token than a physical dungeon. Also, you can be in the same dungeon.
Yeah, you regularly are. This is what a mess.
Game objects.
Yeah, game objects. There's so many pieces of cardboard you have to carry around, not including your Magic the Gathering cards. And now, looking at this board state, I don't think a Troll of Khazad-dûm is going to be good enough.
No, not with JD effectively drawing 3 cards at him.
Yeah, holy guacamole.
I mean, Troll of Khazad-dûm is very good at getting back both the initiative and the monarchy.
Yeah.
It's really hard to block, but you will have to give JD another turn with all of these cards.
Yeah, but we're just going to just play a 2/2 Shaman that's going to be chumping. And we're going to play our opposition agent at instant speed. Play around Dreadpaw, I guess.
Well, you can try and catch JD with some sort of search effect, maybe.
Yeah.
Put 2 counters on the Palace Jailer, so that'll grow
Go in aggro mode.
into the Forge. Animate Dead. Oh,
That's pretty good.
Yep, so that'll get back the Bombardiers, and then you can attack and actually just fling a creature at Kieran's face.
And Kieran unfortunately fell behind purely because of a Lotus Petal into Fourth Aelingus from JD, and JD rode those horsies. They didn't stick around long. They got traded off with Kieran's horsies. But JD sort of swung first.
Yeah,
that was the swing that matters.
These sort of Mardu matchups are very... both decks are very good at playing from in front. They try and get ahead early. They try and, get fast mana to ramp out some really impactful 3 and 4 drops.
Mm-hmm.
And then they play really well from in front. So once you fall behind in this sort of semi-mirror, it can be really hard to catch up again because of Monarch and Initiative and just all these snowballing threats.
Yeah, as we see JD re-sleeve the Witch Enchanter. The double-sided, modal double-sided lands probably get re-sleeved the most.
You're just taking them in and out so
much. In and out so much. Yeah. More potential for problems.
Yeah.
But it's also, the more of them you have, the less you want to have the checklist cards. Because then you're not only carrying around 1,000,001 tokens, you're now carrying around your actual Magic cards in those tokens. Well as a whole bunch of cards that you'll look at your opening hand and be like, what the heck is my opening hand again?
Yeah, if you're playing Belcher or something and you're using all the checklist cards and your opening hand is just a bunch of checklist cards. I guess it doesn't really matter there because they're all the same.
Yeah.
I will say the one thing about the checklist cards, I will use checklist cards if I've only got like 1 or 2 cards in my deck that are flip. I played Team of Breach before it got banned in Modern.
Oh, yeah.
And I played nicely with that. And obviously the flip cards there are the Tamios, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one really nice Tamio that I'd borrowed. Like it was a full art foil, which meant that every time I played a Tamio because it was a checklist card, I could get the nice one out.
Yeah, you got 3, yuck, regular ones.
Exactly.
Ew. And then 1 pretty one. Mm-hmm. So that's the tech, actually. If you've only got 1 pretty one, you got a play set, then get the play check.
That's where you get the test cards. Same with
test cards.
My playset of Fable of the Mirror Breakers that I played heaps in Standard, right? I have 1 of the alt art, really nice ones.
Yeah.
Also, you can sleeve it in a clear sleeve then. If you use the checklist cards, so you never have to unsleeve. You just flip it over.
Yeah.
You got a favorite flip card? Double face card?
I'm a big fan of Huntmaster of the Fells is the first one that springs to mind because I'm a boomer.
Back to the
I'm even that old. I'm not old. I'm not a boomer. It's just a normal amount of time. But that, to me, you talk checklist cards, I think Delver of Secrets, I think Huntmaster of the Fells. I think the cards when I started playing, I was like, oh, this is cool. And back then, they were cards that were really powerful and had a lot of text on it.
Yeah, I remember when Huntmaster was like one of the stronger cards in Standard.
It was like
flickering it with like Restoration Angel.
Oh yeah. Good luck.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah. But my opponent at the recent RC, I did not do well at the RC. But my opponent...
This was the one last weekend?
Yeah, last weekend.
Mm.
My opponent
What did you play again?
I played Amulet Titan.
Well, that's a good deck.
Yeah, but I'm not a good player.
It is a complicated deck, I'll give you that.
I also made not a lot of like incorrect lines of play as much as just like dumb mistakes.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, one of my opponents I played against had double face card.
Okay.
And they took it out of sleeve and then flipped it over. And then their inner sleeve was the one with the darker back. So they not only had to unsleeve it, they had to then un-inner sleeve it.
Oh, excellent.
And I was just sitting there going like, come on, man. And the exact sort of thing where if I was winning, if I was 3-0, I'd like laugh it off, like, isn't this silly? But because I was going to be 0-2, I was going to be like, this has now made me furious.
That's so good. That is excellent.
But you sort of have to, right?
Well, you have to use the same inner sleeves on all your cards. Yeah,
exactly.
That's where you should be using a checklist card.
Yeah.
It's just faster.
It's not the first time I've seen that. I have a dear friend who did that for a while, but they just left it in the inner sleeve. I was like, we know what's going on.
Like, you might know it. I don't know what your card does.
Yeah. But also, I was just like, just don't do that.
So
you have alternatives that would speed things up. But yeah, I thought that was very funny.
that's really good, actually. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, in fact, it's a very worthwhile troll. I always play with like no art sleeve, like pretty dark colors. I've never not endorsed, not sponsored by KMCs, but I've never had a problem with like black, dark blue, or dark green KMC sleeves with something pruning through. That said, I'm never looking too closely at them.
See, this is the other reason I use checklist cards. Is I frequently play with like orange sleeves or something.
Yeah, with the lighter colors, then it's tough.
Whatever sleeves they're giving me at the RC, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using for the next RC.
That's such a gamer. That's a real gamer move, is just like not ever buy sleeves. Just like, I'll use what I'm given.
I'll buy sleeves. Sleeves is the number one thing I'll buy with store credit from like a store. You win store credit at some store you're playing an RCQ at, and you don't play there that often, so you're like, well, I'm not... It's been a long day. I don't want to go through your singles right now. I'm not going to like... but I would need to spend it now because I'm not coming back to this store in Geelong or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just buy sleeves. I always need sleeves.
Yeah. It's also like... how many people have like ghost store credit where they're like, oh, whatever, maybe next time I come back here and...
Yeah.
But also, like, next time you go back there, you're not going to be like, I'm pretty sure I have store credit.
Yeah, just going to have to come back and be like, I haven't been here in 6 months. Let's just see if I have store credit.
The store would be within the rights to be like, no, we're not going to keep this on the backlog, man. We have bills to pay for.
Meanwhile, there's Magic being played. There's an Ocelot Pride in play.
Yeah, so Kieran has not gone with a silly name for his deck. We're not going to joke. We're not even going to think about joking about calling it White Weenie at the moment. Not even going to dabble with that.
No, we're not even thinking about that.
As we play... I don't even know if Kieran's playing 8 points. I don't think I've seen any... We've seen a lot of lands that enter tapped on Kieran's side.
Yeah, Kieran is playing 8 points.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Kieran generally plays 8-point Mardu, which is why you see the shock lands. You don't see original jewels. Just decided, you know what, I'm happy to take some damage with my shock lands and get an extra point, effectively.
Which will come in handy for him the longer the game goes. He just has that additional point in his deck.
Yeah, just more good cards to draw.
More good cards. He might be missing it, in like the aggro matchups when...
Yeah, but there aren't too many aggro decks in this format, to be honest.
And also, all the aggro decks are cool and all, but like, Beta Baragoyf full.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good luck with that.
Baragoyf is really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been dabbling in Time Walks online. Yep, because nice to play it online where I don't have to buy a Time Walk.
Yeah.
I will say, so these Mardu decks have their points really spread out, right? Lots of 1 and 2 point cards.
Yeah, totally opposite.
Time Walk's the total opposite. And yesterday I had someone play a discard spell on turn 1 and then an Emperor of Bones to exile it from my graveyard on turn 2. And I went, so now I'm playing 2-point Highlander.
As we see, a Thoughtseize, which can take a land.
Yeah, the sneaky little thing here can take that Agadeem's Awakening, which is a land. Meanwhile, we did also see that's a Dismember, that fancy art card. So
that's why.
Took out the Ocelot Pride before it could start snowballing.
It's the Monty Python secret lair.
Is it? Oh, that's actually really nice.
Yeah, it's a flesh wound. 'Tis but a flesh wound, or whatever it's called.
That's really
I should know what it is. I'm a nerd of that era.
And there's like 3 different secret layers of Dismember.
A scratch, your arm's off. Great flavor text.
Really nice. Few options here for JD. Looks like they are going to just take the land.
Taking the land is a strong play.
Reasonable. When you get to Thoughtseize a land out of your opponent's hand when they're land light, like I've had Lorien revealed taken a couple times. That one feels miserable.
Alternatively, it's actually like a low power, air quotes, low power level Thoughtseize of like taking a land, because if your opponent draws a land, it's like your Thoughtseize didn't really do anything.
It does feel really bad when you try and mana screw them and they draw out of it and you're like, well.
But also, taking a land or not, Kieran could just play the Emperor of Bones, and if that goes unanswered, like things could go horribly wrong for JD very quickly. As we see, I think a very quick surveil to the top.
Yes.
Or a forgotten trigger. Either way, it was very snappy. And pass the turn back to Kieran.
Kieran has drawn White Plume Adventurer, which will be a very powerful play next turn.
And holds up Containment Priest.
Cleverly plays around the Thoughtseize by having the best card on top of the deck.
Yeah, that's how you do it. As we see, another tap land. A lot of tap lands getting played here.
Yeah, a bit of a slower Mardu mirror here, which you do sometimes see. Although both of these decks, I would say, lean towards aggro in the scope of this format.
Yeah.
They can play quickly. They can also, especially in these mirrors, tend to slow down a little bit because you want to be slightly bigger. Yeah.
But yeah, and the slower this goes, the more it perhaps is advantageous to Kieran, just because he has that extra point. Yeah. But we see a 1/2 and a 2/2 in play right now.
Containment Priest is interesting. There's not tons of things that shuts off. Animate Dead, I guess.
Yeah.
We saw game 1. Stops, I guess there's a Palace Jailer in Kieran's hand, so it stops things coming back from that.
Yeah, that's true. So here we go with the White Plume Adventurer. Venture into the dungeon. When this is a hand-drawn map of the dungeon.
Yeah, so first off, Kieran's going to go get a basic, and then next turn, if he can hold on to it, we'll get 2+1+ counters, probably. Yeah.
That land should be in hand, not in play, but we're just putting it out in front of us right now.
Yeah, so it does go to hand, but Kieran hasn't played a land this turn, so likely to play it anyway.
That's true, yeah, it hasn't played a land this turn. Yeah, both these decks playing, like, not perfectly on curve.
Really using the surveil lands.
Yeah, but also, like, quite often, like, leaving up mana. Sometimes it's for interaction, sometimes... Oh, here we go, we've got a... Heaven has...
It's a SpongeBob card. Force of Despair, maybe? We pitched a card, so I suspect that's Force of Despair.
Force of Despair.
That's my guess. Yeah, it sure is.
Force of Despair is an interesting one.
Yeah, I've seen this one start to pop up.
But it just got one creature, and the ETB still happened.
I just want to say I'm disappointed that JD has this. The SpongeBob version is nice, but we recently had this nearly unreadable RCQ promo.
Yeah.
Which is the one I favour if I was ever to play this card.
Yeah. Well, that's the only one I own, personally. I do like the art.
Brag there. Just,
no, but it's the only one I own. I
top 8 didn't ask like you, did you?
Yeah, I didn't qualify.
JD really has a blinged out deck.
Yeah.
I will say. Some really nice cards.
There's some nice ones.
With the Monty Python Dismember. And this is a Hymn to Turak. So we're going to take 2 of Kieran's 3 cards.
Yeah.
Hobbit, Stellar Pup. Jeez. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Leaving with the Palace
Jailer.
Jailer.
Also quite powerful, though. Especially with JD with no cards in hand, I believe. And one creature in play.
It's also really good when you have the initiative and you haven't lost it It was also good at getting back the initiative, but so, JD here now on the back foot. Now we're seeing Kieran on the front foot as with a humongous Containment Priest. As we draw a fetch land. I believe that's a Wooded Foothills. Yes, it is. As we cast the Palace Jailer.
Yep, so that'll take the Monarchy. So Kieran now with the sort of double whammy of the initiative and also the Monarchy.
Yeah, that's really... Here we go. We're seeing the power of Containment Priest in this deck. We're using more scrap bits of paper, moving our cards around, just to spell it out to JD that they're dead. They're so dead. I think a 4th Ale English is not good enough right now. I think
would be close.
If you let's say hypothetically there's a Wrath in JD's hand,
No, that doesn't do it.
And it doesn't really work that well.
Flage drawn there by Kieran. That's a nice one.
Yeah, this game's over. But basically, I don't know exactly what outs JD has. Deadpool, maybe.
Deadpool would swap with the Palace Jailer, come in, give you the Monarchy.
You would exile the
exile a Containment Priest.
How does that stack? Do you get back your creature if you stack it wrong? Can you stack it right? There's no way of knowing.
I believe you could get your creature back, but I wouldn't swear to it. And I'm not a judge.
Yeah, no, you get the Monarch first and then you exile. So
no, because you can shoot. We'll see if it comes up. We'll see if it comes up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if Deadpool copy Palace Jailer, exiling Containment Priest, I don't think that Guide of Souls is coming back. I don't think so. I could be totally wrong. If someone in chat is not a bot and wants to help us out there.
What's this? Ooh.
Oh, this is a warp.
Starfield.
It's not warping, it's getting played. This is a good start. Paying full price for it means you can't...
Starfield Shepherd. It's a nice one.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not being warped to double spell.
Yep, we're just going to...
Ragavan's...
Put a 3-2 in play, go find a Ragavan.
Yeah, JD's on very low life. I don't know if a Ragavan's necessarily the ticket here.
JD on low life, also got to remember the next step in the Undercity is Trap to deal 5.
Which I don't understand why I fall into a trap and you lose 5 life.
It's a good question. Yeah, as you're exploring the Undercity, you fall into a trap and your opponent, who's not even in the Undercity, just like... gets stabbed.
I have long lamented over this. Why it should be both players lose 5 life, which would be insane. Which would be kind of cool if you're both going into the dungeon.
It still doesn't really explain if my opponent's not in the dungeon. Why does me falling in a trap?
Yeah, I know, but also it's there to be like an aggressive step to do. But also like you should both fall in the trap, and also that means like. If 2 people are, like, if the dungeon gets swapped around, you get to trap as well. That's like 10 life points.
Yep.
Ends the game quick.
Kieran's going to find a surveil end here. First blood for JD.
There we go.
In this game. Kieran goes to 19. Surely going to go back up higher than that. The Flage in hand, I believe that's a Flage, should finish this game.
Yeah. That's a 3-2 Starfield Shepherd.
Yep. Or we can go upstairs with the Flage. Lots of options.
You can do whatever you want.
JD will take 5, and then you could, but you might as well end the game, I guess.
Yeah. As we thumb around, have a look. Maybe there isn't a Flage in hand because we're thinking, and I don't believe it's a Flage in hand.
That's a Najani.
Yeah, and then that is a...
Oh, that is...
something else.
That's a white creature with some text on it.
So there's no Flage.
Not a Flage. You're right. I guess we will just pass, draw a card, return. Pyroglyph's a good one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just showing that the next turn you're dead.
We'll see what JD can draw to get out of the Pyroglyph.
Still had all Ds.
And Kieran will take game number 2. So we're heading to game 3.
And
maximum amount of magic.
Yeah, as we clean up all the cardboard and note paper on the board. I understand why Kieran's got these notes and stuff, but it's very silly to watch.
I do really enjoy this. Is sort of modern magic design, right?
Yeah.
piece cardboard everywhere.
And at this point, and Kieran's actually played with this little handwritten dungeon. He's got to stick with it.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got to stick with it for as long as he's playing this deck. He should actually put it in his train binder when he puts away his White Plume Adventurer. It's like, no, these two go together. But so we saw a return serve from Kieran. It's impossible to know if the extra point would matter, but I'm going to say it did because he won.
Obviously.
It was a slower game. He was able to like grind it out. And
I mean, really just getting on the front foot again. That curve there of we saw White Plume into Palace Jailer really snowballed quickly.
Yeah. And Containment Priest was just a body.
Sometimes you just need a bear with flash. It blocks, it attacks, it carries counters from the Forge.
Yeah. And also, like, if you have it in play and the effect affects both people, you'd rather have the 2/2 in play.
You know what it does? It shuts off the throne room of the Undercity.
Oh. That's anti-synergy.
Well, yeah.
That's a problem. However, we'll be ready for any GRVs happening in the feature match.
Absolutely. Alex is going to race out of the...
I will.
Yeah.
And also, like, I'm not the closest to the door compared to Ian. So I'll have to jump over Liam.
Yeah, Alec is going to climb over me, rush out the door, through all of the tables of people playing, up to the feature match
just
area.
Screaming, stop the match! Yeah, everyone will be sitting there like, my match?
Yeah. Everyone stop, actually.
Just barging through our lovely customers here at Plenty of Games. Just so I can say, you can't have that. Contemporary, shut that off.
Yeah, perfect.
But not entirely sure. The whole way.
There you go. Yeah, Kieran's just realised he had one of JD's cards in his deck.
Oh. Thank goodness we worked it out.
I think we have different sleeves.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? It's like you sit down and you realise you have identical sleeves and you have to play the whole match very carefully to make sure you don't end up with each other's cards.
I think I've been fortunate where the only times I've played against someone with like the same sleeves as me, they've been playing a very different deck. So, like, no overlap in cards. I haven't had like a mirror match both in the Magic cards and sleeve mirror. So, so I've dodged that, but it could be awkward.
Yeah, definitely it can be.
But this matchup in particular, it's not exactly a mirror, but it's more or less the same. So far, we haven't seen any green from JD's deck. So it's getting called Mardu.
Yeah, we're calling it Mardu at the moment. We were promised there was a green splash.
Yeah.
Might just be for stuff like Choke and Carpet of Flowers, though.
Yeah. Allegedly, it's only for sideboard cards.
There's a Dark Ritual in that hand.
Yeah. It's for sideboard cards, but you have to play the lands in the main deck.
Well, no, you don't.
That's true.
You can sideboard them.
But regularly you do, and that is what is that land?
That's...
If I had to guess what land that would be, I would guess it'd be like a Library of Alexandria or something. A Caracas?
I was going to guess Caracas.
It looks like one of those white lands that is a legendary white land.
It is a Caracas.
It is a Caracas. The White Tower of what's the name?
It is... What's it called? The White Tower of Exthelium.
Exthelium.
Don't come at me, Lord of the Rings fans.
I thought I knew a bit about Lord of the Rings. I don't know anything about Exthelium.
You're a fake fan.
I am a fake fan. But yeah, Caracas is now made obsolete. It's all about the White Tower of Exthelium now. As we see, the slow. There we go. Just
Man once again gonna get put in play.
Yep.
Kieran says, "Would you like to Richard and both of us?"
Yeah, we're going to
fetching instead.
Yeah, we can't necessarily dash very profitably.
You don't really want to dash, but Kieran basically saying, "I'm happy to tap my land if it means you have to tap your land."
Yeah.
Basically, that's what's going on here. It's like,
Caracas is pretty huge in this matchup.
There's a lot of really powerful legends here.
Yeah.
And sometimes you bounce your own Deadpool.
That's really hot. That's really hot.
But yeah, there's a number of pretty good legends here, and we're going to see.
Doink.
Put that back in your hand.
We're gonna
see this once or twice, I reckon.
Yeah.
Eventually, Kieran will have better things to spend his mana on, but for now, just keep putting the monkey in play.
Does Kieran get to use up all his mana this turn?
That's a lightning bolt in hand, looks like. Once again, seeing slightly slower start to this game.
Yeah, hang on. What is the timing of this? Because I thought there must have been end step. Okay, now we're over at JD's turn.
And, I think that's a Mother of Runes, I believe.
That's a crazy card.
This is one of the many secret layer printings of Mother of Runes.
At this point, we've got so many mums.
This is from the, there's a secret layer that was like 4 different artworks.
Is that Rebecca Gay art?
It is. Yeah, this was the Rebecca Gay secret layer art. That had like 4 different Mother of Runes.
I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of the original, but Rebecca Gay is one of the goats.
Yeah, absolutely. Really pretty. Kieran gonna find a Surveil land.
Yeah. Both players not using up all their mana every turn.
No, but the mum is a big threat here, because if you can't remove it immediately, it becomes a problem. Now, notably, Kieran has a lightning bolt in hand, choosing to get the Surveil land instead of a red source to bolt on JD's turn. So, presumably not planning to use all of his mana this coming turn either?
Yeah.
Or rather, can spend the 1 mana this turn?
Yeah. It looks like the Verge in hand, which, the black-white Verge, so we'll be able to tap that for any color, the black or white. Basically a scrub land.
Got a lightning bolt here for the mum.
Yep.
Looks like left an Ocelot Pride on top there. Another threat just... this is really just probing each other, sort of pushing threats, seeing, does this one stick? Does this one stick? Because all the threats are really good if they survive, but also it's 2 Mardu decks that are full of removal. Once again, Ragavan going to get cast.
Yep.
We'll keep casting it. One day, JD might forget to bounce it.
Maybe. It could be... It's really hard to see if how many cards are in JD's hand.
Yeah, I think a lot, right?
Yeah, there's no way of knowing if there's heaps or if there's only like 2. So maybe there's a removal spell for this board. And... JD really thinking
mapping out their turn, thinking about how they want to deal with this board. This is the power of 1-drops.
Yeah.
We're just seeing 4 1-drops played between the 2 players.
Yeah. 5 if you count every time the Ragavan is
I think
cast.
the Ragavan has been cast on each of the first 3 turns now. Just each turn, JD says, no, put that back in your hand.
Yeah, put it back. We see a
Dark Ritual, I believe.
Yeah, that's a crazy Dark Ritual.
The old... I like how JD's got a mix of like new weird-looking secret layers and like old Dark Ritual, old Hymn to Turak.
Yeah.
It's sort of a nice representation of Highlander as a whole. It's a mix of broken new cards and broken old cards.
And we're playing the Starfield Shepherd?
Yeah, so we're going to hardcast that Starfield Shepherd.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Cool, right?
My favorite thing to do with this is there was a period where you could play it, well, you still can, but playing it in Standard with Nurturing Pixie. So you just warp it, go get a Pixie, pick it back up again.
I wonder if these Mardu decks would consider Nurturing Pixie.
Some good cards to pick up.
Yeah.
Deadpool, Pyroglyph, Ajani.
Yeah. And there probably are some times when it's a real stinker. But it's a neat synergy with this card for sure.
When it's bad, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
But when it's good, it's pretty okay.
JD says that Ragavan looks good. How about I go find mine?
Yeah.
So now we see whether Kieran... A removal spell here would be quite big. To remove the Starfield Shepherd and start to get that Ocelot Pride rolling.
Yeah.
That's really what we're looking for. JD looks like 4 cards in hand, so both players with flush hands.
Play another tap lands, baby.
Yep. We've seen a lot of tap lands this game.
Yeah.
This whole match, really.
That's the power of Surveil lands.
I mean, left on top there, so it didn't even get anything out of it.
Yeah.
Might as well have played a Guild Gate. Could have played a Gain Lifeline, at least got your 1 life somehow.
Hell yeah.
A fetch land here for JD, so up to 5 mana. Ragavan? So no attack by the Ocelot Pride, didn't have removal. But it does block Ragavan really well.
Yeah, it's so good at blocking Ragavan.
So hard cast of Ragavan, no dash.
Yeah, no, thank you.
This game feels like it's sort of teetering on the edge. Couple lands in JD's hand, it looks like. 1 or 2.
Yeah, JD might be flooding a little bit.
Does have the flyer, though, so can chip in potentially with the Angel.
Yeah, but attacking would be perhaps ill-advised.
Notably
Just,
as well, we're starting to run a little bit low on time, as these Mardu mirrors do go pretty long.
Yeah.
But roughly 5
attacking.
minutes left. We are going to come across
So
for 3 points.
JD's got something. Maybe not fully full of lands. Unless if JD wants to just throw the Ragavan away. Or...
Yeah, definitely. At the moment, looks like a good attack for this Ocelot Pride, but we will see. Players just conferring over the life total to make sure they've got that correct.
As we see. And Kieran, no use of mana that turn.
For both players.
As a Dark Ritual, so...
Him to Turak, the draw for turn. That's a really nice one in this sort of grindier game, but we will start
We
with
are
the
going to throw away and then bounce.
and then we'll get Karakas. Karakas, your own Ragavan.
Yeah.
To block with. That's... Yeah.
What would JD have done if Kieran were to dash the Ragavan?
That's a good question.
That's what I want to know.
Didn't do that though, so...
Yeah, so perfectly played by JD.
It's a really
Until
nice
this...
Godless Shrine from Kieran.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Old Water Godless Shrine.
Godless Shrine.
Tending to be a scrubland.
Yeah. Doing a good job of it.
It's like a scrubland that costs you -1 point.
Yeah. You lose to life, you gain 1 point.
Yeah.
That's all about trades here.
A bunch of discard spells, I think. That's a Duress and a Him to Turak in Kieran's hand, it looks like. So some options here.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The discard spells you sometimes get worse in longer games, but here, actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Players still have lots of cards in hand. We are going to lead on the Him. JD, I think, has 4 or 5 cards.
I believe it's 4. At least 2 lands.
1, 2, 1, 2. No, shuffling too fast.
Yeah, I believe that's 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I am so smart.
Brilliant.
We don't have a D4.
Number 4.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move that away. Get that
One's out of the hand. And 2.
1, 2. Oh, what is that?
Force of Despair and a land.
Yeah.
So the Ragavan's still in hand.
And so both players keeping in Dark Ritual in the matchup.
Yeah.
This is that's interesting. And Kieran electing to not cast the Ragavan.
Well, that looks like an Emperor of Bones, maybe.
Yeah, Emperor of Bones also.
Yeah, not casting the Ragavan's interesting because you could sort of get ahead of the Karakas.
Yeah. Makes it very awkward for JD.
JD does still have their own sort of Ragavan and Karakas trick to keep blocking this Ocelot Pride if they like.
Yeah. Also, not earlier in the turn casting the Emperor of Bones.
And now this is where the Surveil lands are really powerful, right? We're really in top deck mode. Either player looking for something big to pull them way ahead. JD gets to have a Surveil, take a look at the top, really get 2 looks at a good card, finds one to leave on top. So we would expect something pretty powerful this turn. But we're going to start with chipping in for 3.
Yeah. Kieran is down to 9. And then that's the 1 ring.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's a pretty good one.
That is a good one. And trigger happens, yes. And then play a Ragavan. Maybe wanted to draw a card first. But that's okay. It's a 1 ring, baby. It's got +1/+1 counter.
And you know what? In Highlander, we actually stick to the flavor of this card because you can only put 1 in your deck.
Yeah.
None of this legend ruling your 1 rings nonsense.
Yeah. But JD has 1 burden counter, but 18 life.
18 life. Can draw so many cards with that. We are going to see Kieran drew a land for turn, so Emperor of Bones.
Emperor of Bones. I don't believe the graveyard of JD can be targeted. But
No, I believe the graveyard can be. JD can't be, but the graveyard can be, is my understanding.
can we pull up Emperor of Bones?
It says exile target card from a graveyard. The 1 ring gives you protection.
Okay.
So we're going to take the Force of Despair. Nothing actually exciting to get back with this Emperor of Bones.
No, I think that's a Mother of Runes from earlier on in the game.
Oh, you're right. That is a Mother of Red. That is pretty exciting to get back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. JD
Also would
takes
get,
1.
It gets haste so it can be a 2 mana give protection.
Yep. Yeah, pretty powerful. Although I have to think JD's going to lead into this 1 ring, try and overpower there.
We're sort of in the middle of untapping, I guess, because that Or we
No,
have
we've
drawn
untapped and then immediately tapped the ring. Start off the turn by drawing 2 more. Hey, there's a green land.
There we go. What the heck? First green land. It's turn 20 of game 3.
Do you think maybe that'll unlock JD's hand? Yeah.
There we
Now they're
go.
not mastered?
Now JD can. We're seeing JD at their final form. Perfect Mardu. Yeah, I wonder if Kieran knew the JD's list is playing 4 colors, and then in game 3 you just see what is that? A Savannah? Yes, that's a Savannah. The green white one's a Savannah, right?
Correct.
I know my
Savannah.
colours.
You can tell it you're not really a green-white player, are you?
No, I have one, but it's got like coffee stains on it.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Have you ever played it?
No, I've been meaning to. I've been meaning to build up a bank control deck.
Yep.
I'm thinking about maybe playing the Lotus event. I'm an honest to God 50-50. Dark Ritual, baby. What are we going to do with it? Oh, what is that? What
is this? This is Blood Out the Skies, I think.
What is that?
We saw this last month from Kieran, I believe.
That no cards found.
What? No, that's a sorcery. It's not that one.
Can't be.
Some sort of sorcery.
Unless if there's a different art.
No, but it's a sorcery.
Yeah, but like unless if he thinks he can cast it in instance.
No, he has. Making some amount of tokens with, I think that's a black-white card.
Yeah. There's no way of knowing what this card is.
It's made...
Are there other printings of this card? I don't know.
Well, either way, none of the other printings are instant speed. That's not how...
Ink Shield?
Oh, Ink Shield, you think?
Thank you, Chatter.
Oh yeah, prevent all combat damage. Yeah, so prevents 3 damage, makes 3 2/1s.
Had to cast a Dark Ritual to cast it.
That is a hell of a card to have in your deck.
And then drew a Mox thingamajig?
I believe Deadpool swapped with one of the 2/1s there. Is that right? Is that why we put that under that token? So now the Deadpool has flying.
Yeah. A flying 2... Not a 2/1.
Flying 5/3 Deadpool. And also this 2/1 I think must be dealing 3 damage to Kieran.
Yeah.
Or something is.
Yeah. This is now a very complicated board state. Late in the clock of round 1. Well, this could be a draw.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Not sure if we're in extra turns yet. Definitely the clock very low. Based on the counting going on, I do think we might be heading towards the end.
But it's a very complicated board state. So we could see it end very quickly, or we can see, and no disrespect to the players, maybe not the best magic as they're trying to find a line rather than the perfect line.
Yep. What is it? This is a test of your skill under timed pressure.
Yes.
Is that the line from player meetings?
Yeah. Fabian, judge here in Australia, whips out that line a lot. I love it.
It is.
It's one of my favorite things a judge says because it's true.
So it looks like we're going to send some of the creatures.
Yep. So we've got...
Notably, the Caracas still up. So we can bounce the Ragavan, we can bounce the Deadpool.
And this is turn 0. I'm getting confirmation now from the floor.
Right, so turn 0, so 3 turns each, including this one.
As we see...
Difficult for Kieran, I would imagine, to find 17 points.
Yeah.
But JD has a low damage hit.
I'm curious why the Deadpool isn't just eating up the Ocelot Pride.
I think it might be eating that Spirit token.
Yeah, but like, who cares about a Spirit token? You want to kill the Ocelot Pride.
Going to take 3, perhaps?
Are we going to bounce?
Might bounce
We've got a Caracas up.
Bounce a Ragavan, maybe? JD will also take 2 from the 1 ring.
The 1 ring. Oh, pass a priority. JD might have something cool in hand, which can...
3 mana. So Kieran's drawn... No, we're going to pay... we're paying 3 mana for that? No, we're paying 2 mana for... Yep, there we go. to activate Emperor of Bones, put the Mother of Runes in.
And give something protection.
Yep.
But
Something.
if JD has some interaction, now is a good time to use it.
It's like attempting to give the Ragavan protection.
Yeah. So
JD's just going to let that go.
Yeah, just letting it all go, not using the Caracas.
3 damage comes across. Kieran will gain 1. And then if we get to end step, going to get to make a cat token as well.
Yeah. So maybe we're going to bounce the Deadpool?
Maybe? Sort of want to attack with my 5 power flyer, though.
Yeah, attack first. Bounce the Deadpool. Although, why don't you could also just pre-combat bounce pre-combat play Deadpool as a Emperor of Bones and get back something really cool.
That's a sweet line. We might see
but
that.
That would be a line that makes sense if you're not going to use the Caracas to save your...
Ooh. And 2 tokens for Kieran. Has this blessing, gets 2 tokens actually.
And that is a Dismember. Casting that after everything, I'm not... Now we're killing the Emperor of Bones, which... Oh, we're paying only 2 life for this Dismember.
So we're actually going to tap the Caracas for mana there.
Yeah.
I guess the thing is, we couldn't use that Dismember until the Mum had been used. That Mum will also get exiled.
Yeah, Mum should go. And we're going to pass turn. This board says very messy. We're going to have to give our players a little bit of grace just because it is we're scooping.
We're into turn 1 here, and a giant 4th Aelingus will end the game. Yep,
yeah,
I'll do it.
Make sure the Mother of Runes goes back to JD.
That'll do it. So that's JD winning round 1. Starting at 1-0. 5 more rounds to go. We've got 52 players here. So we've got 5 rounds after this.
We're just watching. I'm keenly watching the feature match to see if Kieran's gonna... It's all right. We'll cut back to us. We'll be sure to remind.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with round 2 soon.
Round 2 very soon. Don't go anywhere because it'll be here very soon.
Chat. Does anyone know?